Let's start with the switches and controls located on the left side dash panel. The operator's area fan control switch controls the amount of flow in the operator's area only. The operator's temperature control switch is used for cooling or heating the operator's area only. Rotate the switch to select the desired temperature range. The blue part of the scale represents cool temperature, and the red part of the scale represents the heating temperature. The fog light switch turns the fog lights on and off if equipped. Push the top of the switch to turn on the fog lights, and push the bottom of the switch to turn off the fog lights. The mirror heat switch turns the mirror heaters on and off. Push the top of the switch to turn on the mirror heaters, and push the bottom of the switch to turn off the mirror heaters. The parcel rack blower switch is a 3-position switch. Pushing the top part of the switch turns the blower motors on high speed for maximum airflow. The bottom part of the switch turns the blower motors on low speed for reduced airflow. The center position of the switch will turn the blower motors off. The auxiliary heater switch is a 2-position switch. To turn on the heater, press the switch at the top. To turn the heater off, press the switch down. The engine override switch is used to delay the engine from shutting down if the stop engine light comes on. This switch should only be used to keep the engine running long enough to get to the shoulder of the road or a safe location. Do not use this button to limp the coach to the nearest repair facility. If the engine is shutting down, there is a severe issue that may lead to costly engine damage. Each time the switch is pressed, the shutdown of the engine is delayed 30 seconds only. It must also be mentioned that the engine computer records every time the override button is pressed, so if an operator continues to press the button to limp the coach home, the engine manufacturer will be able to determine if the override switch was abused. If it was, this will void any possible warranty claim for the repair. The switch blank allows for an additional switch to be added to the panel in the future. The master power switch connects or disconnects the batteries from the main electrical system. It does not do the same thing as shutting off the batteries. There are electrical components that will still have battery power after this switch is turned off, so it is still highly recommended that the master battery switch is turned off at the end of the day to reduce possible dead batteries. Press the top of the switch to power on the coach. Push the switch at the bottom to turn off the power. After the master power switch is turned on, you will need to wait until the multiplex system and other computers go through a system check. This process can take up to 10 to 15 seconds. After all the gauges have stopped moving, all the beeping has stopped, and if equipped, the wait to start icon has gone out, the start button can be pressed to crank the engine. Push the top part of the switch to crank the engine. Keep the button pressed until the engine has started and then release the switch. Allow the engine to idle for at least 30 seconds before trying to move the coach to ensure that all the fluids within the engine are fully circulating.